Blessed be the name of the Lord. Can the rapture happen tomorrow? It's a very fashionable statement today. I hear it all the time on YouTube. Somebody has a dream that the rapture is happening tomorrow, and then they conclude the rapture can happen anytime. It can happen tomorrow, it can happen in 10 years, and that's a load of horse manure. The rapture is not going to happen tomorrow, and I will tell you in a minute why not. About 10 years from now, well, we'll see. It's probably too far into the future because the timeline is that Jesus is most likely coming back in 2033. Many signs point to it. See my previous videos. And then you count backwards from 2033 to get to the start of the Great Tribulation, and that will be 2029. And 29 is very likely because it coincides with a Shemitah year. It coincides with the asteroid Apophis swinging by and falling on the earth like a flaming mountain, which is described in the book of Revelation. And of course, the globalist Babylonians are promising us that the year 2030 is going to be very special. Great reset, end of the world and all that, climate crisis. So second half of 2029 makes perfect sense. Now, the rapture may happen earlier, we'll see, but it won't happen tomorrow. Because rapture is a rescue operation, and we have to be rescued from something. And right now, it's not as bad yet. Yes, the prices are going up. America and Canada lock people up for political protests. There's no freedom left anywhere in the world. But that doesn't mean that the rapture is happening tomorrow. People live like that in Pakistan and Yemen all the time. And all that doesn't justify an extraordinary supernatural intervention such as the rapture. Sure, times are tough and getting quite evil, and that's also a sign of the very last days. But you know who else lived in difficult and evil times? Noah. Our times are compared to the times of Noah. He also lived in tough times, in violent times. And yet God didn't rescue him too early. God didn't rescue Noah 10 years before the flood, even though Noah had it tough. Noah wasn't rescued 2 months before the rain started falling. He wasn't even rescued 1 day before the flood. Noah was rescued exactly when he needed to be rescued, just before the flood. Noah was rescued from destruction from which there was no escape, when God's wrath was about to be poured out. And God rescued him just before the flood came and destroyed everybody else. And there was nowhere to run. And so it will be with us. We will be rescued just before the destruction and the wrath of God. There will be cosmic level disturbances happening on the earth, and extinction level disturbances. And these things are described in the book of Revelation, in the Old Testament prophets, and the list is long and I don't have time to go into it now, but we know it's earthquakes, volcanoes, solar flares. Talking about earthquakes, it's not just Turkey a couple of days ago, but Israel too had 3 earthquakes in a 24-hour time period. Earthquakes are increasing as prophesied by Jesus. But there will be also nuclear wars, asteroids, stars falling from the sky, roaring waves. And the wars, there will be real wars, not local Ukraine-Russia skirmishes, but worldwide catastrophes, pandemics, real pandemics, famines, disasters with no places to hide. People will be running for the caves, but even a bunker in New Zealand won't save the globalists. And that's when you will really need God. And before that, before all of that is happening, God will rescue us, and that's the rapture. We may not know exactly when it will happen, although we should have a good idea because we will see events leading up to it. And it won't start happening tomorrow out of the blue. It may start happening quickly, but it will be somewhat gradual. It's just like Noah knew he wasn't going anywhere when the land was dry. He knew he wasn't going to be rescued by God when the boat wasn't ready yet. He knew he wasn't going anywhere when the forecast called for 3 weeks of sunshine. But when Noah saw the rain bursting from the ground and coming from the sky and the water coming in, he knew the time was up. And so will we see that the time is up, when the time is up. Now for Noah, the signs were just the low atmospheric pressure building up, the clouds coming in, the storm brewing. Now for us, it's a whole list. Like I said, there's a whole list of signs, and we need to watch. We need to read the Bible and watch and wait for Jesus. Now I know a lot of YouTubers post stuff about the rapture happening tomorrow just for clicks. They want to make money, and YouTube promotes those videos because YouTube wants to keep you confused and deceived. But if you want to know the truth, read the Bible and listen to real Christians, not to YouTube grifters. And I know some people expect Jesus anytime because they really want him to come now. And it's a good thing. But let's get our facts straight. The rapture will not happen until the time is ripe. And until all the signs are lined up, we just have to wait and be patient. And may the Lord richly bless you from Zion. Take care. Bye-bye.